for updates on sports stories across the globe. AB Iyomon joins us. Good morning, AB.
Good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Dr. Abati, and good morning, Vimbai. It's nice to see all three of you this morning. Well, a lot's happening in the world of sport, and we'll quickly begin with the Super Eagles. Well, the Super Eagles head coach, the new head coach, was unveiled yesterday at the MKO Abiola Stadium. Eric Chelle is now the 42nd Super Eagles manager after his unveiling yesterday. It was an event that saw so many sports stakeholders in attendance. But the key aspect of that unveiling shows that, yes, he is the 42nd coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the first non-Nigerian African to manage the team. And he has pledged to transform the Super Eagles to a more attacking side, promising goals, a goal-leading style. And he's to immediately take on a supervisory role with the Chan Super Eagles B team. They are going to be at the Chan Championship in February, and he's going to supervise that team. According to the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, he says to ensure that he can discover talent. As well, he brings in 3 of his backroom staff, and he will be assisted by 2 Nigerians. And Chelle's contract is for 2 years with an option to extend for a year. That should he qualify Nigeria for the World Cup. And the NFF also says that his contracts, that the salary or wages, is highly confidential. But let's take a listen to Chelle and the NFF's president.
I know the expectation of the Nigerian peoples. I love attacking football. This is my philosophy. Football is about scoring goals. My former team scored 42 goals and conceded 13 goals. I'm an ambitious coach, and I want to win. I'm ambitious, and I want to win. I jumped at this opportunity to coach the most nation black populace in the world. For me, the best nation in Africa.
He is here to work, and I want to assure all Nigerians that if Eric can give us what happened in Mali, by the grace of God, we are going to the World Cup. In Nigeria, let us rally around Eric and give him all the support he needed. I know we at the Nigerian Football Federation, as well as the Sports Commission, we are ready to give him all that he required and needed for him to execute his job diligently without any hitches. And I know we are going to get the result.
Heard from Eric Chelle and the NFF president, Ibrahim Gusso. And away from Nigerian sports, they will go to the Premier League, where the FA Cup and Carabao Cup activities are ended, and action returned to Premier League in March week 21, and we'll see Brentford take on a Manchester City side who have been on and off this season, but they've had back-to-back wins now, and they will contend away against Brentford. For Chelsea have had a dip in form recently, and a poor run of results will take on Bournemouth. There's West Ham taking on Fulham, and Nottingham Forest, the surprise of the season, currently 3rd on the table, same points with Arsenal, will take on Liverpool. Should they defeat Liverpool at home, they are still the only team this season in the Premier League to have defeated Liverpool. They could reduce their points to 3 on the table. And away from football, we'll go to tennis, where the Australian Open is currently on. Matches currently being played, and matches already played yesterday. And yesterday we saw some of the big names in action. For the men, it was Yannick Sinner, the defending champion, in action, getting his starting his title defense with a victory, a much-needed victory, and he talked about how he enjoys Australia coming into the tournament as the defending champion, hoping he can continue that run. And we had Djokovic looking for his 25th Grand Slam title, also getting a win. It was a set down, but was able to go on to get a victory. For Alcaraz, it was also a win for him. He got a dominant win there against Shevchenko. And we had Taylor Fritz getting a victory as well. For Medvedev, it was a 5-set victory for him. He had to struggle and have a marathon, but he ended up coming on triumphant. And away from the men, you look at the women, action still took place with the women. Raducanu was in action. She's been speaking about revitalizing her own style, and she got a victory against Alexandrova in straight sets. And had Coco Gauff in action yesterday. She was able to get a straight set victory. Swiatek was in action as well, getting straight set victories. Naomi Osaka, who joined the Auckland Open, she retired due to abdominal pains, but she got a victory in this match too. More matches are being played in the Australian Open, so we'll see the result of the games. And away from that, let's quickly move to boxing, where once more, Tyson Fury has retired from the game. He last fought in December, where he lost his rematch to Alexander Usyk. That man has given him back-to-back losses in his career. Before then, he was unbeaten. But the 36-year-old had initially announced his retirement in 2022 after beating Dillian White in April. But he returned 6 months later. But importantly, his retirement could only further delay the supposed fight between himself and Anthony Joshua. He was two-time heavyweight champion. At this point, he's without it, but we hope to see him return for more fights. And finally, for me, the IOC has announced that's the president, Thomas Bach, has announced that former swimmer, will be giving his medals after losing them to the LA Fires. Gary was a swimmer between 1996 to 2004, and he has 10 Olympic medals, 5 of them being gold, and 3 silver, 2 bronze medals at the Olympic Games. He will be giving his medals back after losing them to the Fire. But that's all from me on Sports Day.
Well, unfortunately, we seem to have run out of time. But Tyson Fury says he's retiring from boxing. Is he going to retire truly? He said so in 2015. He came back in 2018. He said so in 2022. He came back again. Will he, retire finally? So the speculation is that maybe if he gets a good deal for the promised fight with Anthony Joshua, the box office earnings will be so big that he'll be tempted to come back. Nottingham Forest meets with Liverpool today. Will Nottingham Forest be able to win 7 straight matches back-to-back, as that club did last in 1922? If they're able to beat Liverpool, making it a double, then they will get to second position on the table. But thank you very much, Ebi Nyama.